Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Uneducated Gambler. On today, we're going to be focusing on episode 6 of 10 in preparation of my Las Vegas and cruise trip. We started off with $1,000 and so far we're at $1,795. So within the past 5 episodes, I made a total profit of $795. And what I'm doing is I'm actually betting the insides. I'm using the dice set 4-2 to 4 throughout the whole series. I'm doing a collect and press method, and if I actually lose my initial bet, I'll just double it on the next shooter, okay? I appreciate it if you guys comment, like, subscribe. If you have a chance, hit the notification bell. It'll let you know when my next episode is uploaded, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Again, I'll be using the dice set 4-2-2-4 on all my rows. So hopefully everybody's having a nice day today so far. I gotten a little trouble on one of the episodes, but I got myself out of it. So looking forward to trying to keep the momentum going. Now, always when I get to the table, I focus on being conservative right off the bat until I can get a feel of the table. Okay, so again, if your casino allows you to do the do the do-you-don't, where you have minimum on the pass line and minimum on the don't pass. The only reason why I do this is because if you're not hitting points, you're only donating this pass line bet, okay? So you can do that if you want to, but it's your money, you do what you want to do. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the dice set, 4-2-2-4. Dice out. And that's a 4-1-5. 4-1-5. So we're going to start off with 66 inside. That's including the point. Including the point. You know, sometimes I watch players bet and play, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of crazy because I know that they like odds playing from the pass line, but here the pass line bet is 1-1, okay? And you can put your odds back there, but if they're not hitting points, you're losing your pass line bet and the odds, okay? But let's say, for instance, the point is 6. If I'm not shooting, then I'm just going to place the 6, you know, so I can actually make more money. Here is 1-1, and here you get paid. If the minimum bet is 15, if the minimum table is $15 and you have 18 on it, you get paid 21. Okay, so you don't get the 1-1, you get more than that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. 4-2-2-4. Dice out. Ace deuce, get loose. Ace deuce, that's no help. Ace deuce. Now they say that after 5 and 9, it's horn numbers. You get horn numbers, but I'm trying to play conservative. Dice out. A lot of bounce. That's a hard 10. Missing out on money, hard 10. For some apparent reason, when you want to hit inside numbers, it's hard to hit. Dice out. And that's going to be a 4-3-7. So didn't have a chance. 4-3-7. So we lose 66. Didn't have a chance. Lose 66. Only roll 2 numbers. Well, 3 numbers. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. 4-2-2-4. Dice out. 4-2-7. 437, 437. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a minimum 6 and 8. Get some change. Do a minimum 6 and 8. And we're gonna play the field for 15. It's a 7. Here we go, 4-2, 2-4. You have good days, you have bad days. Dice out. And that is a 5, a 3-2-5, 3-2-5. So we lose the field. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna level up. We're gonna go 110 inside. And we're gonna go 20 in the field. So that's a 5. Here we go. Dice out. That is a 5-1-6. 5-1-6, lose the field. But we gain 35 in the 6. 35, we're gonna rack this. So we lost 20 in the field, so now we're gonna go 40 in the field. That's 6. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. That is a 4-2-6. 4-2-6. Lose 40 in the field, but get paid 35. Okay. Now we're gonna go 80 in the field. 80 in the field, and we're gonna take this, we're gonna turn this off because we got ourselves in a field bet. 80 in the field. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. That's a 4-2-6 again. 4-2-6, lose 80. You have 175. So that's 6 again. 1. Dice out. Yo 11. 6-5 yo. So that pays 175. 175, rack that. See, yo 11. Okay, we're gonna drop our bets here. Now to minimize our damage, I'm gonna do a 6-8 field. Show 11, and they're working. Four, 2, 2-4. That is an 8. 5-3-8, lose the field. So see, playing the field, how they get you. Okay, we only got $6. So playing the field, 6-8 field can hurt you, especially if you're hitting a lot of inside numbers, okay? Dice out. And that's a 4-2-6. 4-2-6, lose the field. Okay, $21. Now I'm just gonna rack everything because I messed that up because I'm trying to recoup the losses. 6, 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. Ace deuce, yep. That's what usually happens. Ace deuce, it's 3. 4-2, 2-4, dice out. And that's 5-1-6, 5-1-6. 4-2, 2-4, dice out. And that's 5-2-7, 5-2-7. All right, that was a shitty shooter right there. 7. So we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We rolled 10 numbers, but we profit nothing, okay? So let's go ahead and get started again. 4-2, 2-4, that's out. Ace deuce, ace deuce. So here you will lose pass line, but you get paid on the don't pass, okay? So it evens out. Ace deuce, that's 3. Okay, here we go. Dice out. And that's a 6-3-9. 6-3-9. Going back to 66 inside. Including the point. That's a 9. Now again, you can't make any money if you're not rolling numbers, guys. If you're not rolling numbers, you're not gonna make any money. Dice out. And that is a 5-4-9. Point hit, 5-4-9. Point hit, so 15 pays 21. 21. Then we're gonna drop the dealer $1 and tell them to press every unit up 1. I know I was supposed to collect that one, but I'm just trying to recoup some losses. 4-2, 2-4, dice out. That's going to be a hard 4. Hard 4. 4 hard. All right, dice out. A lot of bounce. And that's a 4-3-7. There we go, 4-3-7. Could have hedged it, but I didn't. So we lose our initial bet of 66 inside. So now once we establish a point, we're gonna level up. It's a 7. We only roll 4 numbers. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. Ace deuce. Ace deuce. Offset itself. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. And that's a 6-4-10. Haven't rolled no 10s yet. 6-4-10. So now we're gonna go and do 110 inside. We leveling up our bet. 10. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. That's going to be a 5-1-6. 5-1-6. 30 pays 35. 25, 30. We're going to collect. 6. You got to make sure you have a positive mindset mindset, guys, when you playing this game. Dice out. That is a 639. 639. 30 pays, well, 25 pays 35. 35, I'm gonna collect this as well. And what we're gonna do now is, I'm gonna pull this down and we're gonna go 66 inside. Give some change. $66 inside, get some more change here. 5. Right, that's 9. 4, 2, 2, 4. That's out. That's going to be a 5, 4, 9. 5, 4, 9, we're going to collect that. So 15 pays 21. 21. I'm going to collect that, get a little something. So 9. All right. Here you go, dice out. That is a hard 4. Hard 4. It's no help. 4 hard. 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. Box cars. Those horn numbers coming out now. I mean those field numbers, box cars. It's 12. Dice out. That's a 6, 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. So 18 pays 21. 21. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull all my bets down. 6. Okay, 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. Another 6. Dice out. And that's a 6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 8. Now I know I could have left my bets on, but I'm looking at I'm not shooting as well. So I'm not gonna risk my bankroll. Hard 8. Hard 8. 8 hard. Not gonna risk my bankroll trying to be greedy to get an extra hit. Dice out. And that's going to be a 5, 2, 7. There we go. 5, 2, 7. Right, let's go ahead and establish a point. Now, on that particular shooter, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Roll 12 numbers, which is pretty good. Here we go, dice out. A lot of bounce. That's a 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. Okay, 66 inside. So, after so many shooters, you can get a feel of what you're rolling on a regular basis, of what's going on with the table, especially after about 6, let's say 2 rounds of the table, or even 1 round, if you're keeping track. Dice out. And that's a 549. 549, 15 pays 21. 21, we're gonna collect. It's a 9. 4, 2, 2, 4. And that's a 617. Too much bounce, 617. So we lose 66. We lose 66, didn't roll hardly no numbers, only 2 numbers, which is horrible. Okay, here we go. 4, 2, 2, 4. Let's try it again. That is a hard 10. 10 hard. 10 hard. So now we're gonna level up 110 inside to recoup from the last loss. 10 hard. Now, a lot of players may say that you're exposing yourself too much, but where there's risk, there's reward. You just have to have a bankroll to follow it up. Okay, ace deuce, ace deuce. So your bankroll, you have to have the adequate bankroll in order to play the game of craps. Dice out. Only thing you're going against after that is going to be the table max. 314. 314. 4, 2, 2, 4. Not hitting the inside numbers. Dice out. Snake eyes. See, I'm not hitting the inside numbers. Snake eyes. Doing everything but hitting the inside numbers. I don't play the small, tall, all, so that doesn't work for me. Dice out. And that's going to be a 617. 617. Okay, so we lose 110. So that's why I play the short game, because I don't roll well. You know, my toss is off. Okay, let's go ahead and start it up. Okay, here we go, dice out. That is boxcars. Boxcars. So we lose 15 on the pass line, okay? So the only thing we're gonna do is replace that. It's boxcars. Here we go, 4, 2, 2, 4. Again, guys, you have to realize you have good days, you're gonna have bad days. Dice out. You just have to make sure you minimize your bad days. Okay, 516. 516. So now we're gonna be a little gutsy. We're gonna do 220 inside. 220 inside. Right point is 6. 4, 2, 2, 4. Dice out. And that's a 415. 415. 50 pays 70. We're going to collect. 50 pays 70. We're going to collect. It's 5. 4, 2, 2, 4. Oh my goodness. 314. 314, that's no help. Seems like in my rolls, I'm rolling a 4 each time. as I shoot. Dice out. And that is 617. 617. So we lose 210. We lose 210. That's 7. Only roll 4 numbers again. So my SOR is really low. So 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. That is a 5-3-8. 5-3-8. That is an 8. So now we're gonna go ahead and place, we're gonna do 440 inside. 440 inside. And we're working 440 inside. Dice out. That's a 3-2-5. 3-2-5. So now 100 pays 140. Pays 140. We're gonna collect. It's a 5. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. That's 5-4-9. 5-4-9. 100 pays 140. Gonna collect 140. It's a 9. Okay, 4-2, 2-4. So now what we're gonna do is, well, we're gonna take this down. Take this down. Okay, and we're gonna go back in inside for 110. 110 inside. 4-2, 2-4. That is a hard 6. Hard 6. So 30 pays 35. 35 on a racket. 6 hard. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. That is a 4-1-5. 4-1-5. 5 paid, 25 pays 35. 35 racket. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull all my bets down. I think I recouped some of my losses. It's 5. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. And that's a 5-4-9. 5-4-9. So if you see I recoup my losses, yes, there's a high house edge on that. Yes, you can get popped, but I took a gamble and I regressed. Dice out. Okay, that's a 5-1-6. 5-1-6. Now, yes, a lot of people say, man, you should have left your bets up there. Well, I recouped my losses and probably a little profit. Dice out. That is 3-1-4. 3-1-4. It's crazy. Every time I shoot, there's actually 1-4 that shows up. Dice out. 4-2-6. 4-2-6. 426. See, I could have been making money, but I'm not because I'm trying to play conservative. Dice out. So now I'm just shooting freely. So usually when you shoot freely, no stress, no nothing, you roll a lot of numbers. 516. And see, now I'm tearing up the insides because I'm shooting freely. Dice out. Hard 10. So there's a lot of money that can be made. Hard 10. It's 10 hard. Here we go. Dice out. That's a 6-5 yield. 6-5 yield. Nobody knows what the dice is going to do. No one. Dice out. That's going to be a 639. 639. You can influence the dice, but that doesn't mean the dice going to go your way. Dice out. Box cars. Box cars. That's 12. So now just to put something out there, I'm gonna do $18 from the in odds from the dump, okay? Just to see what would happen. Dice out. And that's what happens. 628. 628 point hit. See, I just wanted to get it out the way so I lose $18. All right, so we hit the 8. Missed out on a lot of money out there. Okay, dice out. That's an 8 hard. 8 hard. So we're gonna go 66 inside. $66 inside. It's crazy. I could have left my bet out there, but it's the scarce factor. So here, once I hit a point, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm resetting. So that's why it's easy for me to just go put my money out there. 639. 639, I'm gonna collect. That's gonna be 21. Collect this. 21. That's a 9. 4, 2. 2, 4. Dice out. That's going to be a 3, 2, 5. I'm going to collect this as well. 3, 2, 5. It's 5. 4, 2. 2, 4. Dice out. That is a 5, 3, 8. 5, 3, 8. 18 pays 21. I'm going to collect this. 21. Point hit. All right. Point hit. There's an 8. Okay, 4, 2. 2, 4. Here we go. That is a 5, 1, 6. 5, 1, 6. Point is a 6. It'd be nice if you can control the dice. You can make a lot of money, but it doesn't work that way. Dice out. That's a 4, 2, 6. Point hit. 4, 2, 6. Hitting those inside numbers. So 18 pays 21. So the dealer gives us 25. We give him 4 back change. Gonna rack that. That's a 6. 4-2, 2-4, dice out. Okay, that's gonna be a 3-1-4. 3-1-4, point is a 4. Haven't been rolling that many 4s so far. We have 2 4s, 4-2, 2-4, dice out. That is a hard 10. Hard 10. That's a 10 hard. 4-2, 2-4. Here we go. Dice out. And that is a 3-1-4. Point hit. 3-1-4. Point hit. All right, we hit 4 points so far, so people are making money. Everyone is happy. All right, dice out. And that's a 4-1-5. 4-1-5, point is a 5. 4-1-5. All right, dice out. Keep that momentum going. Ace deuce. Get loose. Ace deuce. It's 3. Here we go. Dice out. And that's going to be a 5-4-9. 5-4-9, 15 pays 21. So that's 15, 1, 21. Gonna rack. Now the thing about craps is knowing how to shoot and how to bet. I'm gonna take this off. And to tell you the truth, I am not good at either currently. So hopefully I can get better with time. That's 9. Okay, 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. And that's going to be a 5-3-8. 5-3-8. That is an 8. 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. That is a 3-1-4. 3-1-4. That is a 4. So that's 4. That's 4 4s that have been thrown. So I'm gonna lay the 4 for 40. I'm gonna lay the 4 for 40. Okay, 4-2, 2-4. Dice out. A lot of bounce. And that's gonna be a 6-4-10. 6-4-10. 10. Like we getting those heaters now. Dice out. And that is point hit 4-1-5. Man, we having a long road 4-1-5. We have a shooter 4-1-5. So now I'm gonna keep my layout there. Dice out. That's a hard 8. 8 hard. 8 hard. Not gonna play anything right now. 8 hard. 4-2. 2-4. Looks like we on a heater. We have a shooter. Ace deuce. Ace deuce. Now, this is a prime example of scared money don't make money. Ace, dice out. If you was a power presser, you'd have been making a lot of money. That's going to be 4-3-7. 4-3-7. If you was a power presser, you would have made a lot of money. So here we laid the 4 for 40. That pays 20. Give a nickel back to the dealer. Rack all this. Let's get some change here. 5, 2 right here. Rack this. So now on that particular shooter, how many numbers did we roll? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 numbers. 33 numbers. The most amount of numbers I ever rolled in playing craps to this day was on a cruise ship. And I had 57 numbers. 57 numbers. So that right there, guys, is 2, 4, 6, 8 shooters. So we're going to stop right there and see what we done and then go from there. So here we started off with $1,795. So let's see what we did. It was a rough session. So it's 1,700. That's 5. That's 1,000. 1,200. 1,200. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 95, 75, 95. So that's $1,795 that we started the episode with. So this is what we're up so far. We had a rocky start, guys. I'm just happy to be in profit. So that's 100. Two. 5. 10. Okay, so we profit in episode 6. Profit $222. That's not bad. So profiting $222 in episode 6, which is good. It's still not 20%, but it's a good win. So on average, I am balancing out to where I'm making about $200 at the most per session. So that's pretty good. Now, the only difference that I use is if I lose my initial bet, I'll just double it. Now, if you look at it, I almost got myself in trouble because I went from 66 inside to 110 inside to 220 inside. And then I had to go to 440 inside. So it worked out in my favor, which is good, but you can lose your money, okay? You just have to be prepared, meaning have a strategy, have a stop loss, and be disciplined on how much you're trying to make, which is reasonable, and then you leave the table, okay? So thank you guys for watching my video. Comment, subscribe, give me a like, turn the notification on. Until next episode, I'm out.